So, good afternoon po, ma'am. Nice seeing you again today.
Good afternoon.
So, how have you been doing since our health interview?
Same as usual, wala namang masyadong pagbabago.
So, with the dizziness and everything?
Sometimes, still feeling it.
Ah, okay po. So, based on our health interview, I have catered a health teaching lecture or health plan that I will be teaching you for today po. So, I have entitled it, Sweat a Minute, It's Easy, Ain't It? So, can you repeat it for me?
Sweat a minute. It's easy, ain't it?
Okay, nice job po. So, this lecture will be focusing on proper exercise, its hows, whys, benefits, and such. So, to begin, Uh, our objectives for this lecture is define a proper exercise in her own words, explain the benefits of proper exercise and its relieving factors for other health needs, list different types of exercises, cite examples of at-home exercises and exercises for the heart, and formulate an exercise plan, then lastly give insights and stories or anecdotes about exercise. So, to start, um, we have the definition of exercise. So, ma'am, for you po, when you hear the word exercise, what are the three words that comes up in your head?
Pawis, pagod, muscle pains.
Okay po, ma'am. So, according to my research, the meaning of exercise is a subset of physical activity that's planned, structured, repetitive, and has a final or an intermediate objective that improves or maintains physical fitness. So, um, despite what other people think, exercise and proper exercise has a different meaning. Proper exercise is balanced and targets many or all systems of our body. So here are the components of a proper or balanced exercise. Exercise first is well-rounded program. So a well-rounded program, in a well-rounded program, it doesn't focus on only one system of the body. It routinely rotates between aerobics, strength, stretching, and balance exercises. An exception an exception to this would be exercises that a client specifically needs in their health needs. So, for you po, we'll be talking about this later, but we'll be focusing on cardio or aerobic exercises. So, next component is moderately and consistently done. So, one should never overdo exercises. As with everything, too much exercise is something that is never, that so next component of a proper or balanced exercise is moderately and consistently done. So one should never overdo exercise. As with everything in this world, too much of something is never good. So too much exercise might lead to um, increased risk of injury as very um, baliktad sa actual na benefit ng exercise. It will actually bring more injury and it would lead you to not building enough muscle to properly improve yourself. So next we have the benefits of exercise. So there are many benefits of exercise, but focusing on mental health and physical health, mental health, it benefits our mental health because it regulates or helps reduce stress. It helps you sleep better and aids recovery from mental illnesses. And it also has a positive impact on on our nerve regulation, allowing our brains to function better. Then its benefits for our physical health, it reduces risk of chronic diseases and promotes healthy weight and physical fitness. With the correct exercises, it will improve all of the systems in your body, considering that balanced exercise is observed. So, um, up to this point, do you have any questions po?
Wala po.
Okay. So, as I've mentioned before po, or earlier, na we will be focusing more on the health benefits or health learning needs that I have observed during our health interview. So, Some of these are hypertension, stroke, constipation, and heart disease. So for hypertension, the benefits of exercise for this is with regular exercise, your high blood pressure will be managed. Through regular stimulation of the heart, the muscles in it will strengthen, therefore lowering the risk of heart diseases and, as mentioned, heart diseases and other heart issues. So for constipation, regular exercise benefits this by preventing or relieving constipation by strengthening abdominal muscles and stimulating intestinal contractions. For stroke patients with the risk of stroke is it helps prevent stroke by strengthening both the nerves and the muscular system po. So, as I've mentioned, can I quiz you a little bit po? So, before moving on po, ma'am, how do you think exercise benefits mental health?
Um, Siguro dahil sa na-relax yung katawan mo, magkakaroon ka ng mas magandang sleeping habit.
So, like sleeping habit, because then it will indirectly relax out. Okay po.
Relax.
So, next slide will be a video on benefits of exercise. We'll watch this, then you can have a short insight of this after watching. So,
Ako?
If you're thinking about leading a more active lifestyle, you're not alone. In recent years, an increasing number of Americans have started participating in more sports, fitness, and recreation. Whether you're trying to get fit, build muscle, or you're just tired of the couch, here are some changes you can expect along the way. During that first workout, you might feel more alert and energized because ramping up your heart rate means a boost in overall blood flow and oxygen to the brain. But prepare yourself for the day after, when you'll almost certainly get a case of DOMS, short for delayed onset muscle soreness. The soreness will persist for about 72 hours, but the good news is you're less likely to get it again as long as you continue to regularly exercise those same muscles. Over the next few weeks, you'll slowly start to ramp up production of mitochondria via a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. Mitochondria are the parts of your cells that convert carbs, fat, and protein into fuel that your muscles use to do their job, like flex and contract. After 6 to 8 weeks, studies have shown that people can increase their mitochondria by up to 50%. With more mitochondria in your cells, you'll start to feel more fit and your endurance will increase, so running 3 miles will no longer feel as difficult as it did during the first week. Once you're 6 months in, all of that hard work should finally start to show. If your workouts focus on strength training, you'll notice your muscles begin to take shape. You're also less likely to fall off the workout wagon at this point. Exercise programs often see a 50% dropout rate within the first 6 months, but after that, more people stick with it. Now, if you're more focused on cardio, then by 9 months of regular exercise, you should see about a 25% increase in your VO2 max. VO2 max is often used as a measure of fitness and refers to the rate your body can transport oxygen to your muscles for fuel. Basically, higher VO2 max means you can run faster for longer, so a 25% increase means you can run about 20% further in the same amount of time. After 1 year of regular exercise, your bones will be denser, which reduces your risk of osteoporosis. In fact, researchers have found that regular resistance training when combined with aerobic exercise can actually reverse the effects of osteoporosis after 12 months. Now, if you maintain your exercise program long term, your body might not be the only thing to benefit. Your bank account may also beef up. One study revealed that older people who exercised 5 days a week for at least 30 minutes saved on average $2,500 a year in medical costs for heart-related health problems alone. You'll also be at a lower risk of developing arthritis, type 2 diabetes, dementia, and certain types of cancer like breast and colon. In all probability, you are going to live longer than you otherwise would. And that longer life, it will likely feel more fulfilling, because exercise lowers the risk of anxiety and depression by reducing levels of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. How long you exercise for each week. A balanced diet is also paramount to a healthy lifestyle. For the average adult ages 18 to 64, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services recommends either a minimum or you risk serious injury. You'll discover that the fitter you become, the easier it will be to exert a little more energy the next week, the week after, and so forth. Exercise smart and often, and you'll be running marathons in no time.
Okay. Based on this video, do you have any reflections or
Ano yung
any
take ko?
insights? Yes. What?
Um, maraming benefits yung exercise, hindi lang physically, at saka hindi lang para sa sarili mo. Pwede din sa family mo kasi mas haba ang buhay mo, at saka mas magiging financially stable kasi less punta sa doctor for health
Yes,
issues.
totoo. So, uh, one of my reflections or insights on this is it's always hard to start something. So, like exercise, it's always hard to start exercise. But once you're consistently doing it for just like what in the video said, for at least 3 to 6 months, then it'll become like a habit for you. Parang hindi ka na mabubuhay na wala exercise. So, parang ganun na yun. So, moving on. So, we'll have now the types of exercise. So, for this po, I've made a short infographic for you that will give examples rather than the definitions of the exercise. Hello po, ma'am.
Oh, I'll just get
So-
my antipa.
So, to start po, we have the aerobic exercise. So, the first one. So, aerobic exercise speeds up your heart rate and breathing. It strengthens your heart muscles as well as your lungs, which increases endurance. Moreover, it helps relax blood vessel walls, lower blood pressure, burn body fat, lower blood sugar levels, reduce inflammation, and boost mood. So, as you're reading there the aerobic exercise, can you list some of the examples listed there?
Running, marching in place, aerobic chair exercises, brisk walking and dancing.
So, from those exercises, is there anything that you have experienced or you have done before?
Brisk walking.
Brisk walking. Oh.
Very, very slight.
Okay, so next is strength training. So, for strength training, it doesn't only develop your muscles, it also stimulates bone growth, lower blood sugar, assists with weight control, improve balance and posture, and reduce stress and pain in the um, lower abdomen area. So, this is not only para sa mga bodybuilders, sa mga gym rats. So, it is important still for everybody to do strength training because it will help in our activities of daily living or ADL. So, then again, the examples listed there are mostly using some equipment like dumbbells or other weightlifting equipment, but usually strength training can be used using just you yourself and a mat which may be for your comfort, like push-ups
Squats.
or squats, yes. And also we have the sit-ups for abdomen for the chan. So next we have stretching. So stretching maintains flexibility and increases the body's range of motion. It is also done before an exercise to prevent injury and helps with endurance. So warm up. Yes. For you, what do you think is the importance of warming up before an exercise?
Para hindi mabigla yung muscles.
Exactly. I don't have to explain that to you then. So, next we have the balance exercise. So, balance exercise prevents falls, especially with people who often have spells of dizziness. Moreover, it also helps improve posture and allows for ease in doing daily activities. So, do you think you need this for balance exercise?
Yes.
Yes, balance exercise, everyone needs it, but especially with people, as we get older,
Oh, don't go there.
balance exercise is important for everyone done. So, uh, I will quiz you a little bit
Oh,
po.
no, please.
So, I will say an exercise, then you will mention or say what type of exercise it is. So,
Go.
pull up,
Muscle. Mali pa ako.
is
Ano yung
aerobic
pull up?
exercise, strength training,
Ano yung
stretching,
pull up?
or pull up, the
Ah,
the
muscle
movement
yun eh,
is-
di ba?
So,
Muscle.
muscle strength training, okay?
Strength. Ito ba yung choices?
Yes
Okay.
po. So,
Cut natin yun.
so next, um, running.
Running. Aerobic. Kasi for oxygen sa body.
Okay. Yoga.
Stretching.
So, moving on po. We have, ganun pala yung ginawa ko. Okay, ulit. So, moving on po. We
Sa
have,
pagdamag.
um, as I've mentioned, we'll be focusing on aerobic exercises or exercises that focuses on cardio, especially this especially helps people who are hypertensive, and as you've mentioned po, your family has a history of heart diseases and stroke, so this will be especially helpful. And due to your dizziness or spells of dizziness that might or might not happen often, but the risk is still there. I have prepared an example only. We don't have to do this. An example of a sitting down exercise that will raise your heart rate up, but you will still be able to safely do this sitting down. So no risk of falling. So we'll watch a bit of this, then move on.
Now to increase intensity or decrease intensity. One leg out, she's got it both out. Opposite knees bent at 90 for me. Hands are on my head, starting with really good posture. Now I'm going to bend over at my waist, use my hips as a hinge, stretch down, and back up. So you're going to feel a
So
stretch in
this
your
one,
hamstrings
when
on
it
this one.
moves,
Core circle.
it's a
Really
sat
focus on
down
keeping
warm
your
up.
back straight. If you
Warm
get to
up
the point where
naman,
you no
so-
longer can't go down any further without
So,
bending, well that's the point where you went
moving
too far down.
forward,
Those hand weights for the next one.
hand weights. So as she demonstrated
Neutral
here,
press
you can
plus
use hand weights or
hip over.
anything that is
Hands are
weighted
under
or
chin.
can be
Press up
equal in
and
both
open my
hands,
hips
like
at the same
water
time.
bottle like
We're
used
both gonna do
here.
the same movement on this one. So really, it's just all
Then
about how much weight
for
you're
a
using.
last
If any.
example,
Zero. All right, nice. Okay, we're keeping the dumbbells for the next one. Good posture. We're gonna go high pull, and we're gonna raise up onto the balls. We're gonna do a calf raise at the same time. Shoulders are square.
Do you think you
good
can do
posture.
this?
Pull back and pull up on those
another
elbows.
time, we will
And
do
at the
this
same time,
another
rise
time.
up on the balls of your feet.
Okay, so do you understand what sat down exercises are? Have you done this before?
Hindi.
This was actually famous during the pandemic when people weren't allowed to go out. So aside from this, if you're feeling the spells of dizziness less, I actually have here another aerobic exercises. You can have jogging, maybe 20 minutes or 15 minutes per day would be enough. Just anything that would amount to 2 hours. We also have brisk walking, as I've mentioned there. That one you can do when going to the market or just anywhere simply. And Zumba, do you like dancing po? Okay, but when Zumba, it mixes fun with exercises. So it is something that many people likes, and
You won't feel your exercise because you're doing
Yes.
it for fun.
exactly po. So I recommend those types of exercises. Do you have any questions po or anything that um, involves your needs? Do you have anything else that you think that you need to
Just walking, I can do it naman in place, di ba?
what? Po?
Pwede ba yung gawin in place?
Yes,
Pero
so
spoken.
marching in place or
Ayun.
just something that will raise your heart rate up is good for the heart.
I don't want to go outside. I want to do this in place.
Okay, so
Jogging in place, pwede naman.
pwede rin naman po jogging in place. So, moving on. I have a little activity here for you. Can you read it for me?
Exercise of the week. The exercise calendar.
So, this,
I have to submit that.
yes.
Oh,
No, it is only a sample. This is something that you, that will evaluate whether you've learned something in this lecture or not. So, here po. So our objective for this is something that an exercise plan or an exercises of the week that is balanced. It involves aerobic, strength training, stretching, and as well as the balance
Balance.
exercise. I was just checking your knowledge there. So,
Did I
another-
pass?
Yes, okay, we have to joke lang. So, as well as we need the breaks, the rest, the proper rest, and the proper intensity. So, for aerobic exercises, you'll need only, for aerobic, you'll need at least 2 hours a week. For strength, since we're focusing more on aerobic, strength would at least be 1 hour a week. Also taking into considerations all the things you have to do around the house. So next is stretching. Stretching, this should be done mostly every day since you can do this as you get up or before you go to sleep. So I'll give this
Stretching
at
for my gusto.
5 days a week. Then balance exercise 2 to 3 days. You can spread out those hours or days in whatever days and like that, and then you can explain later why you chose that way. So you can start na po ma'am.
Sasagutan ko siya? My gosh.
Just something brief, maybe 1 exercise per type.
So, pwede pala araw-araw.
Yes, depends on you.
Ang hirap naman eh, no? Marami.
2 hours a day in 5
Okay na,
days
grabe.
would be 20 minutes a day.
Walking. Araw-araw walking. Pwede naman. Ay, lalabot na ako sa Tuesday. Sige, walking na lang everyday. Pwede naman. Walking in place. Ang pangat lang siya. Ha? Ano pa? Chair exercises. Ito pass kasi naglalaba ko dyan.
So, as I've mentioned
And
or as seen in
Friday.
the video for the chair exercises, it can also include strength and stretching. So, you can incorporate it with that.
Ano?
Pwede mong isama yung strength at stretching dun sa chair exercises katulad nung pinakita sa video kanina.
Dapat ko ba batang ano yun? And at least squats on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is squats. Dito daw mag-exercise pwede. Kasi this is my laundry day. Laundry. Yun ang exercise ko, laundry. Laundry day and Friday.
Aside from those laundry days, you can have the
Sundays,
weekends.
I go palengke.
So rest day.
Market.
Oh,
I
market.
go walking.
Okay, okay.
Market day. Squats. Ano pa ba? Pwede nung jump rope.
Yes,
Right?
jump rope.
O jump rope. Sa Saturday. Dapat na rest, di ba?
Yes.
Ito na yung rest day. Okay?
Okay, so can you just
Ay, rest
put
day.
your name, date, and as well as signature?
Parang ano pa, signature ka. Ano ba may 7-5 at weekend?
Okay. So I'll just see what you have written here. I'll just check what you have written here. So Tuesday and Friday are laundry days, so your exercise would be laundry.
Yes.
So-
Hanging the clothes. Hanging
Really?
the laundry.
So from your exercise calendar, I can see that you have understood the types of exercises and you have distributed it well throughout the week. So thank you, Mom, for listening. Okay. So next, lastly, do you have any insights, reflection, or what have you learned in this lecture?
Taking care of yourself is like taking care of your family. Kasi kung hindi ka healthy, paano mo matitake care yung family mo? Loving yourself would be loving your family.
So yes, I understand po what you mean, and for me then, just to share some anecdotes or some stories, I think that exercise does help also, or it helps greatly with your confidence. Kasi especially when you can consistently do exercise, you can improve na kaya mong maisip na meron kang dedication on something, that you are disciplined enough to stick with a plan or stick with a schedule. And other than that, you can be confident with your body. You're confident na you won't get sick. You won't be financially deep negatively or so, or just that. And also nung like you, nung nag-exercise ako before, I can see na I don't get tired easily, and I hope that we or you can get to that place as well po. So thank you po for listening today. Thank you then for the time during the health interview until today po. So just for a last activity for us is we have this client evaluation. So we have here is you can put a check mark on the face on the scale that best scores the teaching performance of the student, green or smiley face being the highest and sad red face being the lowest. Then you can put some 1-2 sentence comment for me po.
Saan ang tick mark? Saan nag-check?
You can put it here in the bar.
Well explained.
Yes, this 1 or 2 sentence.
The program is well explained. Tsaka, ano ang tawag dun? Yung mga samples are clear. Tsaka, straight to targeted goal. Wala? Are clear.
Direct.
And then, yun. Impact.
Okay.
At saka the interviewer always smiles. Ano ka ba yung sulat?
Okay. Ay, bahala ka. Okay, kakat ko na lang yun. Lagyan mo ng smiley face ako.
No smiley face like this.
Ikaw man, as always, smiles. Bakit na yung smiley face na? Okay. So,
Smart yan.
okay po. So, thank you po ma'am again and I'll see you when I see you po.